Life is a journey. Life can be challenging, but amidst it all, we must admit that life is a wonderful, absolutely amazing gift. That's why little matter what you are encountering, what you are surmounting, many of us can stay joyful in every season because we're still here and we're still here in health. That's why, just like yesterday and today, we're overjoyed to have your company on Weekend Deal, where we'll continue to regale Nigerians all over the world about the amazing experiences of real travel in our great and amazing country, Nigeria. We're privileged to host amazing gentlemen yesterday. One of them was from the private sector, Mr. Ambrose. At the end of the conversation, he talked about PPP, private and public partnership. We help our rail travel to succeed. Our rail line, light or heavy rail. The organized private sector should come in. My name is Thelma Obaze. I'm not alone. The elegant, amazing, well-comported princess, Patience Alohi Aba is here. Patience.
And I was waiting to hear demure, and they didn't add that. Don't mind, Thelma. It's always good to have you join us. All this show, Thelma, you look amazing, by the way. I can't forget that. You look amazing. Okay, on the show, it is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. Transportation, we know, is critical to the socio-economic development of any nation. No wonder nations across the world will invest heavily in ensuring they have a sustainable, affordable, and beautiful transportation system. Our rail system that has been in comatose for so long is coming to life. For some years now, there have been activities. And like you saw yesterday, Tema and I were so excited to ride the light train from the city center to the airport. Imagine that replicated in every corner of the nation. It will reduce our cost of living. Nigerians will go to work dignified, and productivity will increase.
Wow. You know where we're going now?
Yes, now.
It's our friend, Dr. Dip. Dr. Dip, it's time for yoga. Namaste.
Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk. Namaste. Hello to everyone. I am Dipti Ranjan Mohanty, a trained yoga teacher from High Commission of India, Abuja. She is Tinasi. Now we perform Nauka Asana. Nauka means boat. So the posture name is Nauka Asana or boat posture. Before that, we should know the contraindication. Those who are suffering from peptic ulcer, hernia, sciatica, slip disc, severe back pain, they should avoid this posture. In case of pregnancy, women should avoid this posture. So now outstretch your both legs. Straight your both legs. Now come to lying down position. Lie down on your back. Both hands side of your body, palm facing down. Both feet together. Now breathe in, raise your both leg. Raise your both hand, raise your head. Forehead and both big toe parallel to each other. Feet should be 50 centimeters above the floor. Breathe out slowly down. Breathe in, tight your abdominal muscles, raise your both legs, raise your head, raise your both hand. both palms above your knee. Balance this posture through your buttock. Breathe out slowly down. Once more, breathe in, raise your both legs, raise your hands, raise your forehead. Now with normal breathing, maintain this posture up to 20 seconds. Tight your abdominal muscles. Don't lose it throughout the practice. Breathe out slowly down. Now we will do the variation of Naukasana. Bend your right knee, place your right foot above your left thigh. Breathe in, hold the breath inside, raise your left leg up, raise your head, raise your both arm, both palm above your left knee. Breathe out slowly down. Once more, breathe in, raise your left leg up, head up, breathe out slowly down. Now change your legs. Straight your right leg, bend your left knee. Place your left foot top of your right thigh. Breathe in, raise your right leg up, head up, breathe out slowly down. Breathe in, hold the breath inside, tight your abdominal muscles. Breathe out slowly down. Release the posture. Release your legs. Now come to sitting posture. Turn towards your left side, come to sitting posture. Naukasana, boat pose. This asana stimulates the muscular, digestive, circulatory, nervous and hormonal systems, tones all the organs and removes lethargy. It is especially useful for eliminating nervous tension and bringing about deep relaxation. It is also useful for women preparing for childbearing and may be practiced during the second trimester for pregnancy. Thank you for joining the yoga session. See you next time. Namaste. Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk.
Okay, it's Weekend Deal, your favorite weekend show, and Dr. Deep is the business of making sure that we are relaxed, body and soul together every weekend. Yoga is the way to go.
Well, can you imagine patience if Deep came here
Oh my goodness.
and did
And then
some
we-
of his flexibility movements
I think
with
we should
us?
invite him one of these days. We should meet Mr. Dr. Deep.
Let's get a personal experience
Yes.
of what is he and that mat. What is
What
their
is
connection?
their synergy? Let's see what it means. Okay, it is time for our first break. When we come back, Thelma, what happens? The show starts.
Ooh, a background feature.
Yes, so don't go away. Stay with us.
It's Weekend Deal, your effervescent breakfast television show. We come on board your television wherever you are in the world, Saturdays and Sundays from 7 to 9 o'clock. Always talking about things that can impact you. We reason together. We ask you, send your experiences. Let us know how it is with you wherever you are in Nigeria. Today is no different as we talk again about the trailblazing metro line in the FCT. Talk about Lagos or your state and many other parts of Nigeria. Rail services, the adventure is our focus. Francis Ogbe again takes us through a background feature and sets the tone for our conversation today. Francis, what is it about this time?
Nigeria's rail sector has seen significant development in recent years, with several key rail routes coming into operation, drawing increasing passenger patronage. Notable among these routes are Lagos-Ibadan Rail Line, Abuja-Kaduna Rail Line, and Itakpe-Warri Rail Line.
The train has the advantage of being able to carry both humans and materials in large quantities. And it's good that the rail system is being revived in Nigeria. the system is a good system because it also gives the people, the populace, the option of choosing which means of transportation. Do you want to go by road? Do you want to fly? Do you want to go by rail? And when you go by rail, you'll be able to see the landscape. So it's a good development in the country. My experiences so far with rail transport is that there is still room for improvement.
Rail transport in Nigeria has had a profound impact on social and economic activities within and between cities.
The transportation sector is a key contributor to economic growth. You cannot talk about economic growth without transportation. There are other ones that energy is there. Just mention them. There are many, but transportation is a key part. And when you come to a country, you have diversified means of transport, of traveling, of moving around. You talk about rail, you talk about land, which you use motor car, you talk about flying. You can even, like you go to Lagos now, from one part of Lagos to the other, can go by boat. That is resilience. So that even if there is a blockage on the road, it won't stop anybody from moving. You go and enter the train. If anything happens, the airports, people are not flying, you have an alternative. But when everybody is just using, when we are restricted to only one means of, the economy will suffer.
Nigeria's current rail network is a mix of newly constructed standard gauge lines and older narrow gauge lines inherited from the colonial era. The standard gauge lines, such as those from Lagos to Ibadan and Abuja to Kaduna, are part of Nigeria's modernization efforts, featuring faster trains and more efficient services.
When you set times that this train will leave the station by 8, and then you respect that, don't because you are seeing people coming or buying ticket late, you want to delay people who have appointments to keep. People usually pick a means of transportation based on timeliness, ability to deliver them into the destination they are going to on time. So if the rail system cannot keep to time, all the investment in that system will come to naught because people will not utilize it. So there should also be improved customer care. People should have a way of getting remedies. When they make complaints, they should get remedies. Don't just keep them in the dark or not knowing what to do. They get frustrated. Next time they will not come back.
Maintenance of the rail infrastructure remains a critical challenge. While the new lines are still in relatively good condition, the older narrow gauge tracks suffer from poor maintenance, leading to frequent derailment and service disruptions.
We have fundamental problems of asset management, and no sector can be in need of asset management like the rail system because it requires constant operation and maintenance. Because when you don't operate and maintain optimally, you can have the thing breaking down in the wilderness, in the forest, and it becomes a risk.
By improving connectivity between major cities and rural areas, rail transport is helping to bridge regional disparities, promote tourism, and enhance the overall quality of life for Nigerians.
We shouldn't complain too much, but we'll continue to remind the operators, the managers, that we are not there yet. They have to up their games and make sure that all the complaints customers are bringing forward are addressed. Don't ignore any of them. Don't look down on them. Because what happened to the old rail system will still repeat itself if we ignore customer complaints.
As Nigeria continues to invest in its rail infrastructure, the future of rail travel in the country looks promising. Weekend Deal today examines travel experiences in Nigeria with focus on the rail sector. Weekend Deal.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, it is your favorite weekend show, and our focus today is on the rail transport system. I mean, for a system, for a form of transport that have been in existence for over 200 years, like we learned yesterday. Why did we go comatose? Why are we not where other nations are as far as rail transport is concerned? It's obvious there have been some challenges, and because of what is happening now, there are some innovations. Don't worry, Otalatu Lande will tell us more. Talatu, tell us.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation, established for enhancing socio-economic activities in the country, has not been without its challenges. Poor funding and huge operational losses are some of the major impediments identified by experts in the sector. However, to reduce the cost of transporting goods, promote mass movement of people, and reduce road congestion and emissions, the benefit of rail transportation cannot be overemphasized. Recent investment and innovation are transforming the sector. Some success stories, like the Abuja Light Rail and Lagos Ibadan Railway, are demonstrating the potentials of rail transportation and the positive impact it can have in the lives of Nigerians.
The network of the rail, that's the metro line, according to Abuja Master Plan, are into 6 lots. Lot 1 to lot 6. What we are enjoying now is lot 1A and lot 3. Lot 1A starts from Idu to Basango, 5 kilometers to Kubwa. While lot 3 starts from Metro, that is Central Business District area, to airport. And lot 1A has 4 stations, while lot 3 has 8 stations, all in all, 12 stations. There's another lot called Lot 2, is the one to take care of Nyanya, Karo, and the adjoining Maraba axis. We are yet to commence construction.
Considering the importance of the light rail to commuters, it is their expectations for such innovation be extended to other major cities in Nigeria. States such as Plateau, Niger, Borno, and Osun states are among those geared to invest more and become major players in the railway subsector of transportation in Nigeria. What are Nigerians saying about the light rail? How has it made their social economic lives easier?
The advantage is that it eases our movements. I no longer sit at the back of the seat of taxis, that one will be squeezed. And again, this free ride, I've been able to save some amount of money that I would have used, because in the past I used to spend close to 3,000 naira to and from my place of work. But for now, I think I spend just only 200 naira.
It's a big relief to the residents of Abuja, most especially those of us that are working class, because we normally get to the office on time, and it makes us to attend to the vital work in the office, unlike at the time that we used to come to office via road.
The challenges there is the timing. The train start boarding at 8:30. You can see the challenges of before reaching your place of work, at least you'll be a little bit late. The second thing there is like it's always overcrowded.
The idea is very nice. I'm so happy that the federal government brought this up, because it's like interstate. It works around the state. In other countries, they have it too. So even in Lagos, it's in Lagos. So here in Abuja, it's actually nice. You can actually use the train from here to Kubwa, from here to airport. So instead of boarding maybe commercial buses, you can actually use the trains to go to anywhere you want to go to in Abuja here.
A good idea. I think other states should copy the federal government. They should not allow the federal government to be doing everything. Other states should implement the same ideas in their states, so at least that one will lessen the burden of the road for traffic and the rest of it.
Light rail can significantly reduce travel times, making it an attractive option for commuters and helping to alleviate traffic congestion in urban areas.
Nice one, Talatu. Very interesting, very in-depth. You know, the very interesting and impactful thing about the metro line now is that it's free up till December. No fares to be collected until January. Please avail yourself of this beautiful opportunity to get to see Abuja, with your family and friends. Sit down on the train, take your snacks, and just enjoy the scenery. Okay, we have our guest with us now. He is Onlarewaju Osho. He said, just call me Onlarewaju Osho. A dear friend of the Weekend Deal family. He's a development strategist and is here today to lend his expert knowledge to what we're talking about, rail services in Nigeria. We get to see his profile and then we'll get our next report.
He was telling us how he likes to make change happen, and that's where the camera cut is. God will make you make change happen. Welcome to the Weekend Studios.
Thank you very much, Patience. Thelma. Good morning, Nigerians. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Oh, yeah. So why our development strategist is putting himself together to lead this conversation, we'll touch base with NTA Port Harcourt.
Catching up with the train makes one set out earlier than sunrise to enable to meet up with the booking procedures before the train steams.
This one I'm entering for the first time, but I would like, they say it's very easy. It's move faster and easier. So I would like, let them keep it on so that we can be able to be coming as regular.
Yeah, what I see in the environment, I think I'm motivated. I think I will enjoy the ride.
When they leave here 8 o'clock, definitely by 10 they will arrive at Aba.
There's a time frame for passengers to be ushered in. Then the convenience is there. It's less free. Like you heard from some of the passengers, there's no police checkpoint, no harassment on the way, and we have the security officers, we have the policemen and the military men who are on ground for safety.
In Port Harcourt, the recent reforms in the railway sector has made Riverians trust the process, giving a rebate to stiff competition between road and rail transportation, especially for those traveling to the commercial city of Aba.
You will be free from go-slow, and the timing too. That time they said it is going to kick off by 8. Then exactly at 8, it was off, you understand? And it was also security. I also saw some security men, both Mopo and Army men. So with that, you feel safe, you understand?
When I sit inside, I am comfortable, and there are much security inside there and things to buy also. So I'm not scared of it.
Even the first time I joined it, I enjoyed it. That's why I encouraged my husband that we should take it again for the second time.
The distance covered is just within 2 hours, 15 minutes from here to Aba, which is a short and more actually for businessmen. Immediately after the Port Harcourt main station here, we have the My One, which is the Diobu Market Hut. We have the D line, which is the Fruit Garden or by Fruit Garden. We have the DUH by Garrison, then Transamadi, Eleleon, Konkom, Imo River, Obuzo, Ogwe, then Aba Hut before the main station. These are our stopping stations. And for those going to Aba Market, you see them stopping at Aba Hut by Cemetery.
Despite the reforms, the railway sector is still faced with some challenges.
3 weeks ago, when I boarded the train got spoiled along the road. So, and when the workers, they have to bring the train back to the station here and boarded another train for us.
That when I was coming into the train station, I see a lot of people just standing around. For me, I think it's not proper. Government need to do something to get a reception.
There should
Where
be
these
a
people
lounge.
come, a lodge, they sit there, so that when the train is ready to move, we all can just come over and move into the train station.
If you look at the other countries, they have model train. I think Nigeria was, most especially in this our east-west area, we are still using the outdated type. So I think this our east-west area, we need the modern ones as well.
But our own problem here, the problem confronting us here, we are vandals to our tracks. Because before this train leaves this morning, you see various gangers from their, from their duty post. They must have to give an update report to the STO track that my line is free. Without that, the train cannot move. At times they go remove some of the clips, the fish plates. And if unknown, train runs into this, it can cause an accident. Secondly, to the motorists too. Motorists are a part of our challenge here at the level crossing. We have our level crossing keepers there, whom people call linesmen. They should please obey these men. They have 2 flags, the red flag and the yellow and black. The red flag shows danger once a train is coming. They use the danger flag to stop all vehicular movement. And we appeal to the motorists to both sides of the track to stay about 50 meters away, just for this train to cross.
The railway sector plays a critical role in connecting major cities, promoting economic growth, reducing road congestion, and goes a long way in generating revenue for the government through ticket sales, freight charges, as well as connecting people to employment and social opportunities, thereby promoting social inclusion. It is imperative to develop and sustain the sector.
Interesting right there, you know. It's not just us in the studio who are excited about the train and rail movement nationwide. Nigerians are excited too, but they are also asking some very critical questions. Have we revived or revamped our maintenance culture? Are we going to create an environment for investors to come in? Are we going to enforce our transportation laws? All these and more are what they are asking, but let's let our strategist wade into our conversation as we start off. Mr. Alarawaju, it's great to have you with us. I know you are coming loaded, a lot of experience. You are Nigerian to the core, and you have waded into several depths, talking about cultural perspective, and you give us the accurate view so that Nigerians can fully understand and discern. At the point where we are now, I asked the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Transportation yesterday, I said, why does he think that patients and I were so excited to be using the metro line? Was it only because it was free?
No.
Because we've heard about rail travel from our parents.
Yes.
So why are we so happy? Let's take it from there. And the other points I brought in, talking about enforcing laws of transportation in Nigeria, talking about creating an environment for foreign investment, talking about maintenance culture. Tell us about where we are and how we can move forward.
Okay, I guess why you and patients were happy was because there was nostalgia about the fact that for the first time in Abuja, that is a city that is over 40 years old, you are able to travel on the metro for the first time in 40 years. So that is nostalgic, and it could make anybody feel like a baby.
Yes.
You know, and I remember the first time I traveled by train was 1987. I traveled from Lagos to Kaduna. Then I was going to join the Nigerian Defense Academy. It was a very wonderful experience. And then I traveled again the following year from Lagos to Jos. And the experiences, these 2 experiences were not too they were not fun-filled, because traveling in the train was like traveling in Moluwe, like you remember Fela's song, but now you can book online. But what I noticed was that when I got to the Kaduna end, at the Rigasa station, the departure hall, you are going to carry about 3,000 people at once. then your departure hall can only take 200 people. So the remaining 2,800, so you see people loitering around, you see people spreading mats on the ground,
Really?
as if it was even a mosque, so everything was very chaotic. Somebody who comes from abroad will look at us and say, is this the best these people can do?
Maintenance culture. When PPP now comes,
yes,
we have had many lovely edifices. We have had many plans that took off well. They seem to be situationed well. Nigerians love them. Maintenance culture is what truncated the railway services in the past.
Yes.
And this metro line that is so beautiful, when we got to our final destination at the airport, there was no light in the convenience system. And already we saw that those who should take care of the place are already getting complacent.
Yes.
We even saw that there was a foreigner on ground, and he seemed to be the one marshalling them to do their work. Is it that Nigerians don't understand maintenance culture? That we need someone with another color of skin to come and tell us how to do what we ought to do? And how now that we are putting these nice things, even as the PPP is coming on board, what ought we to do to ensure that at least we maintain the one that we have now? Because going by our past records, in a year's time, if things are not, if we don't hold this one tight now, we'll be seeing whether the same metro line we entered yesterday, and we'll see something else.
Yes.
That dignity that Patience has really talked about,
True.
we may start to see it lacking.
You said the truth. You see, the truth is that about this country, we do not have a good service culture. So maintenance culture flow from service culture. If your service culture is already, if it's a culture that is imbibed by everybody, so everybody knows what to do seamlessly. Let me give you an example. National Hospital. National Hospital was built by about 27 years ago, and it was being managed by Julius Berger. The toilet, the cleaning, everything. If food dropped in the toilet of National Hospital as at that time, when it was managed by Julius Berger. Now, mark you, the people doing the cleaning are Nigerians,
Yes.
but the supervisor is a foreigner. Okay, so he raised the benchmark. They knew what he was looking for. You understand me now? So if food drops, you can pick it and eat. That's how clean.
Because it was so clean.
It was so clean. But later, the management took over, and then they started employing themselves. And don't forget what I told you earlier. So I now learned that Francis Ogbe has a cleaning company. But Francis Ogbe is not a cleaner. Because he knows me that I'm going to give this contract, I quickly established, so I gave the contract to him. What do you expect? See, we have good Nigerians that can do things well, but if you do not employ them to manage what you want them to manage for you, it will not be properly managed. So the problem with us is that we do things haphazardly. You can't do things haphazardly and expect best results. Now, when, for example, when MTN wants to, don't let me, these telecoms, when they want to recruit, do they say, Tema, do you know anybody? Do you know anybody? No, they advertise, they shortlist, they interview, and then they go for the best. Now, but when we are doing things that are owned and run by government, we don't do it that way. So if we go that way, we have Nigerians. I mean, if I say Nigerians cannot run ordinary, cleaning system, I will be insulting my own country.
Yes.
But we have to give it to those
There
who
are
are
many people
qualified.
can do it.
They are appropriate.
See, whatever you do, if it is not your passion, if it's just a profession, if it's a career to make money, you will not do it well. But if it is your passion, you see a cleaner cleaning, he will be cleaning as if his life depended on that. And you'll be wondering that, look at the way this person is romancing floor. Because that's his passion. And he's looking up. I don't know whether I've seen a taxi driver before, a normal taxi driver that he will carry his handkerchief, he will be dusting when the passenger has not yet
clean his car with love.
Yes. So that's passion. He's a driver. He's called to be a driver. So let's call people that are called to do things, to be in charge of those things, and you begin to see excellence, just emerge all across the country.
Okay.
When many of us go abroad, we are amazed. Dallas looked like DC. DC looked like New York.
Indeed.
New York looks like San Francisco. Indeed. It's called plug and play. And Nigeria, we have not developed a level of plug and play that when you see something here, it's replicated there, it's the same almost all over the place. Okay. So I
think that perhaps, something you said, we should key into the fact that we're not just building for Nigeria and Nigerians.
We're building for the world.
We're building for the world.
Building for the
no
world.
one is thinking in any part of the world that we're building for Ethiopia or for Uganda.
In Kaduna,
we should envisage that people will come from the world come and see
like
what
I told
Nigeria
you,
has.
in Kaduna, you want to use the bathroom, you have to carry a bottle. No, you carry bucket. The bucket is okay. So when you bring your bucket in the toilet, you have to look for, a cup or a bottle to take water to use to clean yourself. When there was no tissue paper. So how do you expect people to travel? No,
if they come, they will
just
see
understand what we are doing.
They won't even understand what we're celebrating. But we'll come and talk more about it, because now we've identified the challenges. Let's now position our conversation for the way forward. But that'll be after we return from this short break. Weekend Deal is on. We're getting your messages. When we come back, we'll begin to share them with the world. Don't go anywhere.
It's Weekend Deal, and our focus is on the rail system. We've talked so much on the show today about the Abuja Kaduna rail line and how well it has impacted Nigerians. But let's allow NTA Kaduna. They are the host, right? That they're receiving end. Okay, we are hosts too here in Abuja if you're coming from there. Anyways, let NTA Kaduna tell us about this amazing rail system.
Well, I did several times. I have used the former one and the modern one. Well, my travel experience using train services are many. I have used the former one when I was young, and it was quite exciting, very interesting. Most important thing is that it is safe, it's well protected, and it moves with time. And particularly the modern one that connects Kaduna and Abuja. I have used it also several times, and the beautiful thing about it is that it works with time. Once it is time dot, the train will move. So you can see that you can plan your movement, you can plan your journey, and it's so comfortable as if you are riding on aircraft. So comfortable, so convenient, and the security and safety is there. So that's the beautiful thing about it. And these are the things that are needed for development.
Even if you are going on road, by road, you find that you still pay cost. Even from your house, you must pay transport to the garage. So the same thing when you're going back, it's the same thing that you're going to encounter when you're going by train. Whether you like it or not, whether you have a personal car or you don't have a personal car. Even if you have a personal car, you have somebody to carry you there to the train station. And even if you don't have your personal car, you must also pay. And to tell you whether you are coming back or you are going, you will find out that you see some vehicles there. Vehicles are very available. This time around, there are so many. So you find that the cost is even minimized because there are many, there's competition. Everybody wants to carry you. So whether you go by car, you don't have car, there's comfortability there. That's one to you. That you find out that there is these days preferential treatment you have. I like the comfort there.
Yeah, it has been my favorite moving to Abuja. So I've always been joining the train to Abuja. Being somebody who values time so much. So I use that train ride opportunity to achieve a lot of things on transit. So when you look at the road is not very convenient, especially with the state of the repairs taking place now, which we are praying the government should really put in more effort to see to it that road is completed. But aside that, I think the train journey is very interesting. It gives you time to do other things while you are enjoying the ride. So I think the only thing I know is that you have to be very time conscious. I remember one time when I missed the train by 5 seconds. As I got there, that was how the train was leaving. So it was a very terrible experience actually. So when you are following the train, make sure you are on time.
Well, Kaduna, that was an exciting and very in-depth view into what's happening there. Would have loved to see some passengers, how they arrive at the railway station and how they eventually board, But the mango tree view wasn't bad, but more of the train, especially after what our guest has told us about Kaduna. Would like to see if there's been a change from that time up till now.
The train system was built by the colonial powers. They built it to connect places where they can move raw materials. And then along the line where we couldn't follow that up, then this system died in many places. So we are just trying to put it together now. And then the landscape have been deregulated such that, you know, before it was exclusive list for the president, I mean for the federal government. Now it's been removed from exclusive list. So governors, just like power, governors can, they can generate their power. Indeed. They can also do their transport system. And if you look at several other climes where train systems are working perfectly, okay, we have Virgin train system in the UK. So it's not only the transport for London that is driving the train system in UK. We have Virgin train, and then we have several others. So we need to begin to bring private, you know,
exactly
that the private sector that see this is the business I want to do.
Yeah.
Just like some people are doing cement and some people are doing petrol. Some people should also do train. Just like some people, like you know, Kennedy Lichukwu and so have done the you know, the road transport.
Yes.
So people should, who have the resources and then who have the passion, should begin now to partner with, you know, there's fund all over the world looking for the right places to
invest. You know, that conducive environment is a must. And as we were speaking, I just imagine my state linked train, because we have a transport they call Benue.
How do you know? Do you read minds?
And I was thinking
Two messages just came in now. Said Benue State should be linked. They said link Benue State. We are ready.
We need that in Benue State. And we have a governor who is ready. Who actually dares. Our current governor dares. It's one man who is doing things, and we are hoping that we get there where one day we'll have Alia telling us that he's going to commission our metro, light metro.
Yes. We pray for Edo State as well. We pray for all the states.
And one thing, Tema, one thing that NTA has done for Nigeria is because Weekend Deal, pioneered by, hosted by Tema and Patience, have now brought this to national attention. So now Nigerians are, so you mean this is going on somewhere and I've not enjoyed it, even as we are thanking government for what they have done. Yes. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, thank you. Governor Wike, we are grateful for what you have done. Minister Wike, we are grateful for what you have done. And every other person that have contributed towards this in Lagos, everywhere. But let's now move to a higher level of comfortable transport system that moves thousands. Imagine between September last year, when the Blue Line opened in Lagos, and now joined by Red Line, over 1 million people have been moved.
Wow.
In fact, as a matter of fact, Blue Line moves 250,000 people in a day.
Wow.
So when the whole vision of 27 plus 27 kilometers connected Red Line, Blue Line happened in Lagos, there will be no traffic anymore. So now the other states should not sit back and fold their hands. This is time to join the party and make life comfortable for Nigeria.
Join the party. I like that word.
Safely and comfortably.
Oh my goodness.
Indeed.
A gentleman called Tokwe Fashua said some times ago that he's amazed that a university in Nigeria has a department of civil engineering, and yet they cannot construct road in their campus. So if you have a department of civil engineering, and you have trained civil engineers for the past 40 years, and all your internal road networks are still given out to people to do for you, then what are we talking about?
You have said it too.
So we don't want, and we also have departments of mechanical engineering for the past 45 years, and we have not had a university that is producing vehicle by themselves, except the partnership between University of Lagos and then an auto company that is now in Unilag. So the University of Transport in Dara has a lot of work to do, thinking forward, moving aggressively fast. You know, they have to have a vision, a clear vision. But do you know that Tema, as of today, until Akwa Ibom came to our rescue now, you cannot maintain any aircraft in Nigeria.
You don't say.
We cannot maintain aircraft.
We must go outside
our shores. You have to fly it outside to go on. So Akwa Ibom government is doing that for Nigeria now. So in the same way, the university should partner with states, and then with organizations like Afrexim Bank, and then other African Development Bank, to see that we want to be able to produce a coach. We want to be able to, get this coach repaired by Nigerians in the next 3 years. and then we have to set that,
that
benchmark.
Is a strategy and a purpose.
Well, I mean, what you just said would have led us to where we are going now, and you're talking about the future of rail in Nigeria. But you're saying it, let NTA Network Center Lagos lead this conversation. Take us there.
To say that the railway transport system in Nigeria has evolved over time is certainly stating the obvious. Harnessing technological innovations and galvanizing efforts towards sustainability is inevitably the way forward to the future.
We've done the blue line, which will go from Marina, and the end of it will be Okokomaiko. The red line also goes from Agbado to, well, actually we were going to Marina, but now we have decided to connect it with the blue line at National Theatre. The next two that we're looking at is the green line, which is going from Lekki to Marina. The next one from the green line is the purple line. The purple line will go from Lasu to sort of like Mowe. We're trying to be carbon free or reduce our carbon emissions. By carrying people on rail, we're reducing carbon footprint anyway. By electrifying our rail lines, we're further reducing carbon footprint.
Lagos, being the commercial hub of Nigeria, had intramodal rail transport master plan more than 2 decades ago. Will there be need for expansion and dimension of lines as well as deployment of technology?
The blue line, for instance, we're expanding it from Marina, we're going to complete it. The red line is, right now we've stopped at Oingbo, but it's going all the way to National Theatre. When we start the green line, we will start and it's a 68 kilometer in total. We will not build the 68 kilometers at once, we will always do them in phases, just like we've done for the blue and the red. But what we're also trying to do is ensure we have connectivity with the intercity rail lines. So if you look at the Lagos-Ibadan rail line, we connect with it on the red line at Agege station. So if you're coming from Ibadan and you want to access Lagos stations, i.e. you want to go to Iju, or you want to go to Ikeja, or you want to go to Yaba or Oingbo, you will get off the intercity line at Agege.
Professionals speak on the efforts towards a better rail transport system and its impact on tourism.
We want to ensure that we have an integrated intermodal system. So we have railway, we have roadway, buses, and we have ferries. We are ensuring that each of those, you can transit from one to the other seamlessly and easily. We're trying to ensure also that you can do your journeys end to end with public transport, so that we reduce the need or the desire for you to take your car out. And what we are sometimes also doing is connecting with tourist centers. So there is that J. Randall museum that's been built. We're providing some level of non-motorized transport from that place to Marina Station, so that when tourists come, they're able to walk towards Marina Station, and then obviously Marina Station has the green line coming into it, the red line coming into it, the blue line coming into it. So the ability to get connected with various parts of Lagos, and also ensuring that various areas that have tourist interest, even all the way to Badagry.
To say that rail services within and between cities can be improved upon is certainly the way to move forward.
The vision must always be that you understand the way your people are traveling, you respond to the demand by increasing the level of service that you're providing, improving on the efficiency and also the quality of service that you're providing. Because obviously a happy customer will be one that will come back again and again to utilize our services.
It is certain that the future of rail in Nigeria is bright, as government has and is making concerted efforts to make it possible, a reality right at our doorsteps.
Little wonder Lagos State is called the center of excellence. We had Mr. Larwaju Osho regale all that Lagos has achieved. They are fond of putting round pegs in round holes. And as that lady was talking, he said, what a brilliant strategist. We're very proud. We're very proud of what they've achieved. And we're urging other states to please leapfrog on this achievement. Copy what is good, so that Nigerians can continue to enjoy. Well, thank you for your company, and we thank you for your messages. Let's take some more of them. Hello all, I love your programs. Keep doing the good work. We thank Mr. Strategy for letting Nigeria, the world and government know the reality on ground. It is our hope that those who need to will listen and bring the requisite change that Nigeria needs. Mr. Musa Abubakar, we thank you.
Then I was going to say something. You know, we've talked about the part of government, what government should do, what the organizations should do, what the private sector should do. I need to talk to Nigerians because there was a video one time making the round where Nigerians were stealing going to say the God, we're stealing it.
Yes.
So I need, for Nigerians, we need to do our part. We cannot be saying government, when we are going back to take us back by stealing these things. And, you know, you need to speak to us, our patriotism and who we are.
It's amazing how pardon me, I'm a Nigerian too. I say this often. Nigerians are people who love dysfunctionality. We love a dysfunctional system.
Some, not all.
Most people, most Nigerians love dysfunctional system. For example, in this Abuja now, this Sunday, I was coming here. Educated people wear dress because they are going to church. They will not obey traffic lights. So we don't like to keep rules. And then the worst end of it is what you just said. So if there's a low end, nobody is correcting, then the worst end will become really, really worse, really bad. For example, as of today, we should be a country that has CCTV everywhere. There's no way you travel in UK. If you travel from here to Maitama in UK and back, 1,500 cameras have captured you in a day. So, I mean, when we don't have CCTV monitoring, if somebody steals a rail gauge today and then we show the face on NTA tomorrow and say, look at the person, you think somebody will steal again? And then immediately police arrest the person, he's sentenced he goes to court. The court does not try him for 2 years. He's tried within 21 days, 30 days, he's already in prison. Now, see, the word of God says, those who err, punish them publicly so that others may learn. We have to have infrastructure architecture that captures people doing bad, and then system that does not allow them to go on and on unpunished.
The consequences should serve as
a
deterrent for others. And it should be swift.
So when that is not there, you know, people say, okay, that man stole, and you see, he has bought a car. I'm going to do it also. It's a risk. If they catch me, fine. He also escaped. Then you encourage somebody to do it. You know, so Nigerians can be, I mean, from the time of war against indiscipline, I know that this country is a country that needs iron hand to work.
Yes.
So when you use iron hand, Nigerians obey. But when you are lax and everything is just, people now take law into their hands and they keep breaking the law. So these guys are lawbreakers that needed to be dealt with as criminals.
Yes.
But if you do not catch them, there's no way of catching them. You know,
hand.
when I was growing up, the police patrol streets. So people talk of community policing. So community policing can address some of these things. Not only within city, you see
you were just going to where I was saying. These
people
live in neighborhoods.
They live in neighborhoods. And then finally, the end user or the end receiver.
Person that purchases
there's an idea that says that the person that lifted the oil from the roof is not the one that is not the only thief. The person that collected it also. So there are people that are buying. Okay, so when they steal this thing, what do they used to do? Where are they melting it? Make sure that all the people that are melting these things are registered by government, and they are the one that will be informed. They just brought a rail gauge here. Please come and see whether it is your own. So it's a whole gamut of of hard work that needed to be done by people who are sitting on offices saddled by with responsibility by government, and they are doing their duty. That this duty is for my nation. See, we don't love Nigeria. That's just the
patriotism.
That's the point where we say all of us can be small government in our area. In your community, take charge.
Take charge.
Don't let wrongdoing go unnoticed and unspoken of. The resources may not be there for government to do it all. And states are saying, okay, we too do not have it. But the private sector is listening. Perhaps they want to come in. What ought they to be armed with? They want to key in either investor, Nigeria, investor foreign.
Yeah.
How will they situate themselves to present the issue and make the government interested in partnering with them? We've had some partnerships that did not work out. Some government states have been burnt. It didn't work out. What ought we to be looking out for?
What we ought to be looking out for is a will that accepts development and progress, and that will is the governance architecture. For example, the governor. A governor who says, where are the crazy proposals? I want to see the crazy proposals. I want to read the crazy proposals in agriculture, in transportation, in telecom,
Education.
in so on and so forth. I want to read the crazy proposal. Get me the crazy proposal. And he's sitting on top of it. Like I always said, if this country will move forward, we need the government is the hub. So when you write proposal and then the proposal is thrown away, and then you are invited and say, okay, you know what, you have brought this company 100%, give me 40% stake in the company. I want to be part of the company. You have already destroyed the architecture. It does not work. So we need government that know that, look, this trace, I'm governor of Benue State. This trace system was built in my time, and this is my legacy.
Yes.
And it's working for generations unborn, across board. And then finally, because of the huge investment, let's do it on regional basis. Southwest, they are closely linked. They are like a family by tongue. Southeast, South. The governors should come together and make it a passion. And then don't jump into a train system when you do not have the mile end, which is the road link that brings people from their house to the train station. I drive around Abuja. Sometimes I take taxi. I just want to see the way it is. Apart from the driver, 2 people are sitting in the front, 4 people at the back. In a city that is called Africa's, it is not done this way. We do our things apparently. We have to dream for the future and for legacy. I want my name to be put on this and let it be said that it was done in my time. So let's work together.
Well, Mr. Osho, what are your final words on rail travel and service in Nigeria?
My final word on rail travel and service in Nigeria is that our government should know that tomorrow started yesterday, like John Legend said. We are already late. We are so late. And they need to just don't go abroad and see things and come back home and relax. When you go abroad, like Professor Lumumba said, everything you see abroad should come to make you come back home and feel pain that this is not existing in my country. And then let's go to work. Let's go to work. We will enjoy later. Let's go to work.
Let's go to work.
Let's go to work for
And
Nigeria.
I still want to add that as Nigerians, even as we're employing our government to go to work, please do your best. Don't steal what you shouldn't steal.
Don't even steal anything.
Don't steal anything. I said it wrongly. It came out wrongly. I meant don't steal at all. Please, and if you see something like we say on NTA, say something. If you see something, say something. Together we can make this work. Let's work with the government. We are all together on this.
Be a patriot. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Goodbye.
God bless you.